Hello everyone, this is Kareen from Minnesota, and this is Back to My Future VSG, and this is my 6 weeks update. The stats are, my highest weight was 240 pounds. Before I started the weight loss or the pre-surgery diet, the first visit I had with my nutritionist, I was 226.4 pounds. I need to update some of those numbers because they gave me so many different numbers and so many different times. So that's what she told me last Friday. My highest weight ever was 240. I went, my pre-surgery weight before the day before surgery, the week before surgery, was 217.4 pounds. And as of last Friday at my nutritionist update, 6 weeks update, I was 190.4 pounds, I think. See, I don't look at the numbers very often. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on May 4th, 2017 with at St. Mary's Hospital in Duluth with Dr. Matthew Bettendorf as my surgeon. And so since then I have lost approximately 30 some pounds, something like that. I have it written down somewhere. Anyway, so total loss though, if I count from 240, is about 50 pounds. So in the last year I'd say I lost about 50 pounds. And so I'm feeling much better. I'm able to move around much easier. I've noticed this last week that getting out of bed is so much easier, and I get up and I just don't feel that, need or that urge to push myself out of bed, and so that's nice. I'm able to walk better and move around better, and that's kind of what my goal was, is to do that, is to be able to do that without hurting or without feeling any pain. So, my update is, so the last 2 weeks, I had some issues. I had some issues with the shakes. I could not eat them. Every time I ate them, I would have cramps, and then I would have what I am assuming is dumping syndrome. So, I kind of just quit eating the shakes at 5 weeks or 4.5 weeks. Because they just were causing me so much pain, and I was just like, I'm not eating that stuff. So I was kind of worried when I went to my nutritionist that she'd be upset about that, but she actually said that I should be past that stage. And I actually was supplementing, or was eating chicken and chicken, lentils, beans, and getting my protein that way. I was concentrating on my protein by taking those things. And so when we added it all up, she discovered that I had more than enough protein, and I didn't really need those shakes. Now, that was happy for me, because she said I could still supplement with the shakes if I had to. I bought some muscle milk. I still haven't tried it. I'm really kind of scared to try it because of what the other stuff did to me. So I'm kind of gun shy there. But she told me I was getting enough protein, and so that was good. I was worried, and she was worried when I said something. I said, I don't think I'm getting enough protein because I've not been able to eat those shakes. And she said, when she added it all up, she said, oh no, you're getting plenty. So between my foods and my water, I'm doing really well that way. I still have problems with the size of, or the amount of food I'm eating. I still think I should be eating more, and that's just weird because I know she said, they always say that a half a cup or a quarter of a cup to half a cup is all you should be eating, and I think I'm eating that, and I guess I'm not measuring it correctly, or I don't know. So I've been trying to eat smaller meals throughout the day rather than trying to eat 3 meals a day, but that's really hard to do because if I'm busy and I'm doing something, I don't always take the time to stop and eat. So I don't know. I don't know. I was just frustrated, I guess. And I guess I had a little bit of frustration in that I miss going out to eat. And I'm kind of scared to go out to eat because I don't know what I can eat that's not going to go right through me because it's too fatty or something. I did go to Culver's once, and their chili went down really well. So chili, I've been eating a lot of chili. I actually made a crock pot full of chili last Friday. And so I've been eating that. And, you know, when you eat a quarter of a cup of chili, it goes for a long time. So I've been eating a lot of chili, and I'm getting pretty sick of chili. But it's still better than, what shall I say, the shakes? Yeah, it's still better than that. So I've been eating chili, and then I sometimes sprinkle a little bit of cheese on it, and then they told me not to eat any bread unless I toasted it. I haven't tried bread yet. I haven't even tasted or tried toasted bread. I've been putting wheat things or using wheat thins for that, because they said I could eat wheat thins. Now the funny thing was the nutritionist said I could have wheat thins, but then when I went to talk to the nurse practitioner, she said no, you shouldn't be eating wheat thins. So I'm totally confused about what they're doing and what they're saying. I don't know what's right or wrong. But anyway, okay, so I'm getting into my smaller clothes. I had some clothes set aside that I grew out of, and so like this top was one of them. I just couldn't bear to throw this away because I think it's absolutely adorable. I love roses on it, and this is nice and comfy for summer. We haven't had the warmest weather the last couple weeks, but it was 90 degrees at one point. It looks like I need a trim. It was 90 degrees at one point, and so I was trying to find clothes that I could wear that were cool clothes. And so this I was really happy that I was able to get into this one, and I have another shirt that I really liked that I never threw away because I'd outgrown it, or I actually bought it and it was just a little bit tight when I bought it, and so I never wore it because I didn't feel comfortable in it. But I'm now wearing that, so that was fun. And I had to go through my pants because none of my pants that I was wearing before fit me. These pants that I have on here now, they're exercise pants, and they're stretchy, so I wear those when I'm bumming around, and they kind of are going down with me, so I can wear them a little bit, and they're cooler. I did buy a pair of pants at camp meeting or shorts at camp meeting for $3, so I've been wearing those too when I can. But I'm really kind of afraid to buy a lot of new clothes because I don't want to spend a lot of money on clothes, so I'm kind of doing with what I can. And I have a couple dresses that I wear when it's hot out, and I'm sorry. And so I'm hoping I can wear those too. All right. So I've been, and I also went down to a smaller bra size, which was good because the bras I had on before were getting really, really loose and they weren't doing anything to me. So I had bought a couple of bras accidentally the wrong size a long time ago, and so I've been wearing those, and they're a little bit tight, but they're brand new bras, so they're going to be a little bit tight. And so I've got those on now. So that was kind of nice that I could wear those. My husband's not real happy about my bra size going down, but I told him this is what it is. This is what's going to do. So I'm changing. My body is changing enough that I can start wearing that stuff. Okay, so I guess the frustrations I've had, I've mentioned that before, was not being able to go out to eat. That is a huge part of what my husband and I did for entertainment, and so I'm missing that, but I still am scared to go out to eat because I just don't want to get the whole dumping thing. And I've had it a couple times. We went up to my daughter's for my granddaughter's birthday party, and I ate some cake, and it didn't bother me at all. I ate just like 2 little spoons. Well, I served the cake to my granddaughter, and then I just licked the spoon off, and that didn't bother me. But there's been a few things that I've eaten that have probably had too much sugar in it, and that came right through me, so I'm not doing that anymore. And it's just frustrating because I don't know, it's just, we didn't know what, we did that a lot. That's what we did. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't go to movies, we don't go to the bars, and so for entertainment, we do a lot of walking, but even that gets old after a while because you're thinking, okay, I should be able to go out to eat, and then you can't. Because even the stuff that you think you can eat is filled with stuff that you can't. So that's a frustration of mine, and I guess that'll be a frustration. I'll have to just get used to it. I've been eating here a lot at home. I don't eat a lot out, and I don't stop any place really. So I've been eating here a lot. I did have a Kind bar, and that went down just fine. And then the nurse practitioner said that I could start on exercising, which I haven't done yet because yesterday, well, since I went to her, Friday I went to the appointment in Duluth. Saturday we were gone all day up to my daughter's. Sunday we were at my friend's house who died, and we worked all day Sunday at her house. And then Monday I was at her house all day. I was there 9.5 hours working on things. And then today I had company, and so I just didn't get anything done. I haven't tried exercising at all. So she gave me some exercises that I'm supposed to do, and hopefully I'll get started on that the end of this week or whatever. So anyway, so those are some of the frustrations that have been going on with me. And so a couple of shout outs. I am so glad, Mini Me, you're back on. I really missed seeing your videos. I missed your updates, and I am so sorry about your husband. I've had experience with that in the past. It was more panic attacks, I think, but to me it sounded similar to the same thing, where your whole body is involved in your depression and your grief. And so I totally sympathize with him and with you. It was pretty scary. I'm really glad to see you're back on, though, I just smiled when I saw that you had a video up. I was so happy. Made Up Mama, I loved your pantry video, and I'm so jealous of your pantry. I've wanted a pantry forever, and I just have never had one. And so if we buy this house that we're working on, that's one of the first things I'm going to do is put a pantry in, because I want a pantry. I think that's great what you did, and it's so easy and accessible, and you'll be able to see things better, and I just love that. And it's just fun to watch you arrange things. That was kind of cool. And so, looking on the lighter side of life, I'm catching up on your videos. I missed the last 3 or 4, so I'm catching up on your videos, but I'm glad you got together with some friends. That's kind of fun. I'm hoping I can do that one of these days too. Which reminds me then, Lori in Lighton, Minnesota, I'm wondering how you're doing. I haven't had a video or seen a video from yours for a while, and so I'm waiting for an update on how you're doing, because our surgeries were fairly close, or our surgeries are pretty close. I'm 6.5 weeks out now, and so I'm hoping things get a little bit better for you also, but I'm looking forward to an update. And then I also have been watching Elizabeth, I've been watching your videos, and so I'm glad you're back on track again, and you're focusing on your journey again. Not that you weren't, but it sounds like you were needing a reboot, if that's what you can call it. So I'm glad to see that you're up and going again. So not much else going on here. I just am doing the business of being an executor of this estate, trying to get the monies in so that we can pay the monies out that is due and owed. And my husband and I are considering purchasing the house. It's going to need a lot of work. My friend had at one point in her house, not recently, but up to 9 cats. And so the entire house pretty much needs to be gutted from 4 feet up and down. And so all the carpeting needs to be pulled out. All of the sheetrock needs to be pulled off 4 feet of the wall. The kitchen needs to be redone completely. It's completely disaster. And all of the windows need replacing. The basement is a disaster. We're going to actually have a cleaning company come in and clean that because of all the cats that have been in there. She was wheelchair bound the last 5 or 6 years of her life, so she was never able to get to the basement in some of the rooms. And things just got piled up higher and higher and higher, and then the cats had free access to everything. So at the end, she only had the 2 cats, but they got into everything. And so we'll probably have to gut most of the house, especially the basement. And so we don't know how much we're going to have to end up paying for it, and how much we're going to have to get for a loan for fixing it. But it needs to be rewired, everything. Trees need to be taken down on the property. It's a lot of work, and we have this summer. We have to get this all done and taken care of. We've been working with a lawyer though, so that everything's done correctly and up above board, because we don't need anybody coming back and saying, "Oh, you did this." So they're making sure that. And then she had a contract for deed on her parents' house, and that we're going to be selling that off, or they're going to be buying it out from us so that we can pay off her debts. And so all of this stuff is going on at the same time. It's almost like my life is completely, extremely busy. Thankfully, though, my grandchildren's father is actually laid off right now, so I don't have them every day, which helps me get things more done, or gets more things done. I don't have to worry about the girls as much, and so that's kind of a blessing right now, even though I miss them. But they are having a great time with their daddy, and they also started soccer this week, and so they're doing some stuff to keep busy. So anyway, here's my update, and I'm hoping that I hear from some of you, and please like my video if you like it. Tell me, give me some hints as to what I can do and improve. I don't know what to do most of the time, so yeah, I just am kind of updating you on what's going on, my thoughts, and I'm missing some foods that I really, really like that I have tried and can't eat. So I'm hoping I get over that, because I really don't want to go back to that. But I am focusing on vegan food or vegetarian food, and I'm trying to stay away from the meat. Oh, the chili I made I bought these Boca, I think it's Boca crumbles or something like that. Oh my goodness, that was really good. There's some kind of seasoning in their Boca crumbles that worked so good in the chili. I can't even tell. People who like meat couldn't even tell it wasn't meat. So I like that, and so I'll probably use that a little bit more, maybe make some sloppy joes with it. But I haven't tried bread yet, so I'd be putting it on little cracker. But you can see in my face all my 50-year-old sagging is going on here. The one thing about being overweight I always enjoyed was my face, because my face is so bony and so thin, and so when I was overweight I was a little bit plumper here, but that's all gone now. I guess I'll have to get used to it. I guess it was that way before, so I guess I'll just have to do that again, but it's different. So, but anyway, I might do a 15 things you didn't know about me video in the future. And if you guys have any suggestions, please post them below, write to me, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And we'll try to do this thing together. And I keep looking over there, because that's where the camera is. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of looks weird. I wish they'd put the camera right there, or the lens, but they didn't. All right, I'm glad to see some of you back, and I haven't caught up on a lot of things because I've been so busy, but I will try to get caught up on all of the videos, and you guys keep going, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, thanks a lot for all your support, and thanks for giving me encouragement, because it is a total mind change. It's a head game with me right now. So keep me in your prayers, and we'll support each other. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye. It's over here. Bye.